Son of a biscuit eater. Holy, by the way, I think that's something you never say to I had never thought about that, but oh my gosh, you're right.
Yeah, because they know. They know.
You think at some point they're just like, all right, both of us are, let's just go watch some TV. And by that I mean let's play golf.
Let's go. Mm-hmm. Let's just cuddle.
James had another one. Does your girlfriend care if you don't shave your legs?
That's interesting.
That skirt looks great on you.
Oh,
Polish American patriot. What's a lesbian?
20,
okay, there it is.
25.
All right, pausing on this, your Daily Mojo. Yeah, a couple of days ago when I saw that story, I imagined that going very different. I should have known better.
Saving Private Harambe may have the winner. He says, as a legit UPS guy, I get to use this one. I have a sizable package for you. Where would you like me to put it?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Winner, chicken dinner.
You're what? Ma'am, please.
Really?
I had no idea the flannel shirt and sensible shoes. I didn't even notice, but I assure you, I was talking about the parcel service that I provide to your organization.
Mm-hmm. Even lesbians can get big packages.
They can, and this proves it right there. So hashtag what I learned today, hashtag never say to a lesbian. It's just so silly. Why is the world so caught up, number one, in being offended at stuff?
Right.
I mean, come on. If you're a lesbian, you can't laugh at yourself with this stuff.
Laugh at yourself.
I do. Look at me. I'm straight, and there's plenty to laugh at, right? I mean, just get on and stop the identity politics. Stop the pretending you're a victim. You are sometimes truly victims.
Yeah.
Sometimes people truly are victims. You're walking down the street, minding your own business. Somebody comes up, puts a knife at your back, and steals your wallet. You're a victim there. But we have this tendency in society to do this thing where we take people who are victims and it's this whole cycle. We take people who are victims and we make them heroes.
Yeah, that does.
They're
happen.
to be celebrated because they're victims.
Right.
We say, oh my gosh, you were robbed today. You're so brave. Dr. Ford, you were a victim of what he did. So brave, such a hero. It's a hero. You were a victim of cancer and you survived.
Right.
So you're a hero.
You're an example, I think, is what they may be trying to say.
Yeah, but they say hero. Yeah. You really did not do anything heroic there.
Right.
I'm not saying you shouldn't get attention or help. If you're a victim, of course, if you're truly a victim, we should help you. And we should recognize that and say, okay, let's stop it from happening and try to make you whole as much as we can. Got it. But you're not a hero.
Right. Yeah, not in the sense of the word hero.
Right.
True.
Then we take heroes, true heroes, and we got to tear them bitches down.
Yeah.
You got to find something that they've done wrong in their life and make a criminal out of them.
Yeah.
Even if they've been fabulous their entire life. Even if they've been awesome, doing almost all good, you do something, you got to find a way to tear them down.
It is sad.
Then we take people who are actually criminals, who've actually done bad most of their life, and you know what we say?
Yeah.
It's not your fault. You were a victim.
Which makes them a hero.
And it just, the cycle continues.
It is, that's true.
Just start calling people what they are. You're a victim. What was your other choice if you survived cancer? If you didn't survive cancer, death?
Right.
Okay, so you fought. I'm not saying it wasn't difficult. Of course it was hard.
You're a fighter.
You're not a victim.
Right.
Okay? Victims are not heroes, or you're not a hero.
Right.
Heroes are not to be torn down because they did one thing wrong. Let's call it as it is.
That's true.
And if you're a criminal, stop saying that it wasn't their fault. Sometimes it's absolutely their fault.
A mojo for every state. Mojo 50. More of Doc Thompson next. Mojo 50. This is the seditious, rabble-rousing, liberty-loving, home of fun, entertaining, and compelling talk. Mojo 50.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Greg Clugston in Washington. Tropical storm Michael continues to weaken as it moves over eastern Georgia, making its way toward the Carolinas. In Florida, Governor Rick Scott says relief efforts will be arriving by air, land, and sea.
Thousands of responders for power restoration, medical search and rescue, law enforcement, food and water distribution, and every other critical resource.
The death toll from the hurricane stands at 2. This Panama City, Florida resident survived and was asked what it was like when Hurricane Michael hit.
It was terrifying, honestly. There was a lot of noise. I mean, we thought the windows were going to break at any time. We had the inside windows kind of barricaded in with mattresses. I mean, we did whatever we could, just kind of hunker down and tried to wait it out.
In Erie, Pennsylvania last night, President Trump promised to spare no effort in the storm response. He spoke at a campaign rally urging Republicans to vote in next month's midterm elections.
On November 6th, you can vote to reject the Democrats' shameful conduct.
European markets are falling ahead of U.S. inflation data that may lift bond yields and possibly push interest rates higher. Yesterday, the Dow Jones fell more than 800 points and the Nasdaq lost more than 300. The BBC's Andrew Walker says rising interest rates appear to be a concern for investors.
Interest rate rises tend to make other types of assets more profitable, so they can encourage investors to sell shares. Higher rates also make it more expensive for businesses to borrow money to invest. There is, in addition, a risk that trade conflict will ultimately hit the profits of many companies.
The president of Turkey is increasing his pressure on Saudi Arabia over the disappearance of a journalist. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American-made and serve those who serve us, our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com, use promo code DOC, and get 15% off your purchase. That's neverforgottenapparel.com.
The Conservative Cartel.
I'm going to say something here. I think I pissed off a couple people on Friday. I don't like Susan Collins. I don't like Jeff Flake. And I don't like Lindsey Graham. They are rhinos. Now, I'm going to give credit where credit is due because these people stepped up. And by the way, Benny Johnson over at the Daily Caller, he had a video of Lindsey Graham flat street balling, and it was funny. I can't play it on the air because little curse words, but he's the mother effer. B.I.G. is the song playing in the background as he is just waving off a protester. John McCain died and left Lindsey Graham his balls. I mean, good Lord, it happened. I like this Lindsey Graham. I like Lindsey Graham with balls. I mean, I don't know what that got into that dude's Wheaties.
Well, you heard what he said on the news this morning.
Oh, he's going after the other side now.
He said, I've never campaigned against any of my fellow senators, but that's all changed now.
I'm telling you, John McCain dies, and Lindsey Graham found his balls.
Take the pain out of ordering your diabetic testing supplies with Diathrive. Diathrive ships the testing supplies you need directly to you when you need them. Best of all, with plans starting as low as $8 a month, Diathrive is probably going to cost you less than what you're paying today. Diathrive is so convinced that you'll love their service, they're offering your first month of supplies free. Simply type the code DOC, D-O-C, at checkout. Diathrive.com. That's D-I-A, thrive.com.
All right. We got the squirrel back on the wheel. Squirrel's back on the treadmill, and we are being once again able to power this thing. The internet's up. We're good to go.
So far, so good.
So far, we'll see. And amazingly, this has nothing to do with us.
I know.
Well, anyways, we're slowly rolling this thing out. Thanks so much for staying with us. I'm going to take a moment and remind you about the Element mattress. Love the Element mattress. I have an Element mattress. That is the mattress we sleep on, my wife and I, and it is fantastic. I told you when I first go, okay, honey, I'm getting an Element mattress. She was like, I don't like the memory foam.
Right. She's running on old information.
That's the key. And I didn't like them. 20 years ago when they came out, number one, like Matt says, they're boiling hot when you
Yes, they
sleep.
are.
Most the old ones.
I usually would, if I was ever sleeping on one of those old ones, I would wake up in a pool of my own sweat,
Right,
covering my naked body.
Yep. You don't have to worry about that anymore with the Element mattress. You're not. You don't have that. I don't know what they did to it, but it's not like that anymore. Number two, the early ones, it was like sinking into a 30-foot pit when you slept.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, yeah, it comes back up though. Yeah, that's fine that it reestablishes what it was, but I'm still sleeping in a hole now. Right? I mean, that's where you are. These ones are not like that. We have one that's more firm even. Darn it. And so we don't sink in the same way.
Right.
And yet it's still memory foam. You order them, they send them out to your house in a big box.
That's
you
the
open it up
amazing
and
part. Get it in, and the advice that I have is get it into your room before you don't open the box in the living room.
I got one better for you,
All
too.
right.
Follow the instructions.
Are they printed on the box?
They send a piece of paper. So
Okay,
you take
so-
the box, you open up the box,
Right.
and it's wrapped in that really heavy plastic.
Yep.
Oh, I don't know what grade that is, but it's the really heavy duty plastic.
Call it HD.
Right. And they even send you one of those little cutters with it. One
Right.
of the ones like to open envelopes,
Oh, yeah, the
whatever.
safety ones, so you
Yeah,
can't-
safety
yeah.
one. And they're like, listen, follow the instructions. And I'm like, "Pfft, all I'm doing is taking plastic. I need instructions to open plastic. Yes, you need instructions. Because that thing goes and opens up.
Do not open it in the living room. Wait until you get it into the room where you want it.
It's like Klinger inflating the raft in Colonel Potter's office.
Yep.
That's what it's like when you do this. You're like, whoa, okay.
And you will never get it back into that box. I
And
don't
if
know how
you
they do it.
don't do it, you're going to be cutting the plastic forever. Follow their instructions. You go, ving, and it's right up.
Yep.
I cut the wrong side, and then I'm hacking away at the plastic, and you'll cut into the mattress if you're not. So just order the Element mattress today at elementmattress.com. What separates them, aside from the new tech with memory foam, is the copper mattress. It has copper fibers in it. They're just microscopic. You don't even see them, and it's proven antibacterial, antifungal, and it kills dust mites in just hours. It's 100% made in the U.S., and it comes with free delivery, 100 nights free sleep on it guarantee. Don't you wish everything came with that guarantee?
Right.
100 nights, sleep on it free.
Like wives
The
and
Element
husbands.
mattress, if you don't like it after 100 nights, you just send it back and for a full warranty, full return. Why wouldn't you try it today? There's nothing to risk.
That is pretty amazing.
And they'll also throw in a lifetime guarantee.
That is amazing.
It's awesome. Go to elementmattress.com. You're going to look at those prices up there, and you're going to be like, okay, those are serious prices. I mean, these are quality mattresses.
Good mattresses are not inexpensive.
Here's the thing. You can get them 50% off right now.
That is stunning.
MoJo50 in the promo code. They want your business. They are willing to severely cut in to their business and their expenses in order to get your business, so you will spread the word and you will buy your next mattress from them. You will love it and you will become an evangelist. It's elementmattress.com. Elementmattress.com. And don't forget the promo code MoJo50 for 50% off. Order now.
We've scoured news platforms and agencies around the globe for today's most profound news headlines. Presenting them now, here's Brad Staggs.
Indeed, it is profound. These are brought to you by TheRichSolution.com. TheRichSolution.com. Hurricane Michael has left a trail of devastation across the southeastern United States. This was a real storm.
And what happened? I wasn't even paying attention the last couple days because Florence, just a couple of weeks ago, they hyped the damn thing. And here's the problem. I get when they were 6 days out on Florence, it looked like it was going to be a 4 or 5. Got it.
Yep.
But then as you got a day or two out and they're like, okay, it's dropped to a 3 and a 2, they kept with the hype.
Yeah. And the guys,
why? Because the news stations want the ratings. I know what they're doing.
well, and when you're the Weather Channel,
Right.
this is like your lottery come true. You know, you get the things that you're going to report on. But they pulled that whole leaning into the wind thing, and everybody was mocking it because there were people walking behind them with baby carriages and shopping carts that weren't affected by it.
And we said this was going to happen. Now you've got Michael, which is serious. It hit last night as a Cat 4.
Yep. It started as a Cat 4. It's down to a tropical storm now.
But still, I mean, it came in. It came in pretty rough.
Big. It knocked the crap out of Panama City too.
If you would like to help the people that are displaced because of Michael or injured or suffering because of it, and by the way, not just Michael, but even still some of the lasting effects of Florence or whatever, please donate to Matthew 25 Ministries. Go to m25m.org, m25m.org. I have partnered with Matthew 25 Ministries for 10 plus years now. Actually, it's probably over 10 years. It is one of the best charities I've ever worked with. They do an amazing amount of good in the United States and around the globe. And by charter, all monies that they take in, the administrative costs must be under 2%.
Wow, that's impressive.
And in their 30 plus years of existence, they've never breached 1%.
That's great. That's really great.
So when you donate, every dollar, a penny or less, goes to administrative costs.
That's very cool. And the website is
M25M, the number, numeric, 25m.org. Matthew 25 Ministries, Blue Ash, Ohio.
Your sperm count is too low.
Have you been talking to my wife again?
Well, not necessarily just yours. It seems to be across the board. Men's sperm counts seem to be dropping, and the culprits are obesity, smoking, and exposure to plastics.
Okay, I don't know why this is a problem. Why is this a problem, Brad Staggs?
Well, for people who want to have children, and people who want to populate the planet and continue on with the human species, this could be a problem because this means fewer humans.
Okay, that's like a problem for like women and people. But for guys,
no.
So Brad, let's say a young lady comes to you, perhaps your wife, and says, I'd like to have a child. And you agree to this. I don't know if it's been anybody else's experience, but when they are motivated to have said child, how can I put this? They more frequently, more passionately, more aggressively engage in activities that will lead to the procreation of a human being, right? I mean, this is it.
Yep.
So once they realize, okay, it worked, that whole system goes back to normal. It gets shelved.
Right.
It goes back to the same frequency, passion.
The whole system.
Right, exactly. So if the sperm count's down, and you're not getting pregnant as quickly.
I see where you're going with this.
You can milk this thing for a lot longer is what I'm saying.
Certainly can. Apparently.
And for you fellas that aren't wanting to have a kid, you're out there playing around or whatever, not that you should do this, less likely to have an unwanted pregnancy.
That's true, too.
I say good for the plastics.
Good for those plastics. And it doesn't specify which plastics we are.
Okay, so wait, I think I know. Give me to me again. What are the problems? What is causing lower sperm counts?
Obesity, smoking, and exposure to plastics.
I got each one of those.
All right. Well, obesity makes.
Yes.
You don't want fat people.
There it is.
Right. Yeah.
Right. That's why obesity's Listen, ladies, do you want some fat dude? Dude, do you want some fat chick? No.
Nope.
Done.
Nope.
Less sex? Boom. Done.
Smoking.
Okay, smoking, we got that one, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and plastics.
Exposure to plastics. So
Right,
does that mean when you just
I like plastic bags.
like red Solo cups?
I like plastic bags.
Well, how is that going to affect your sperm count? But
They're prophylactics.
Oh, those little plastic
They're
bags.
redneck prophylactics. Everyone knows that. Where have you been?
Like a Kroger sack?
You can
Wow.
use that. I'm talking like Ziploc bags.
Oh. Those things have sharp edges.
I mean the cheap ones, the sandwich bags, not the sealable ones.
Okay.
The sandwich bags.
That's really okay.
But in a pinch,
the
Kroger bag,
some duct tape that'll keep it right in place.
Duct tape. You are putting way too much thought into this, my friend. Too much effort.
You don't want that thing, flying off.
What else you got today?
Should we move along? You may have been butt dialed by a gecko. If you're in Honolulu, the Marine Mammal Veterinarian Center there. The leader of that center was at lunch. She got a call from the Big Island Hospital where she's the director. Then there was silence on the other end. 9 more calls happened. And apparently this was a trend that happened the entire day. A gecko had found its way onto a cell phone in one of the little laboratories there and started calling people by walking across the keypad. Isn't that nice?
That's nice. Nice little story there.
Some people say that the gecko did offer them up to 15% off of their car insurance. A woman with an emotional support squirrel was removed from a plane in Florida.
I hate them.
What, emotional support
squirrels? No, the person who ever claims to have an emotional support squirrel.
Police at the Florida airport removed a passenger who refused to get off a Cleveland-bound flight after she was found carrying an emotional support squirrel.
There's no such thing. It doesn't exist. Sorry.
The passengers already on board the flight were told that there was a situation and that everyone needed to get off of the plane. Everyone was a little panicked. One of the passengers said, "You expect the worst when they see something like that." He says a lot of people are asking questions. People wanted to know what was going on. As he exited the plane, the flight attendant just looked at him and said, "Squirrel." Squirrel. Frontier Airlines says the passenger had noted in her reservation that she was bringing an emotional support animal with her on the flight, but she did not indicate said animal was a squirrel.
No. Here's what's going on. She was just trying to take the squirrel, and she didn't want to have to pay to put it down in the luggage compartment or whatever. It's all it is. Knock it off. There's no such thing as an emotional support squirrel.
No.
If you have an emotional support squirrel, you are the actual squirrel.
We'll talk to lottery coming up here in a second.
Hey, are you tired of the bar scene? Tired of trying to meet people that maybe you just don't know? I'll tell you what, I'm a classic example of online dating. I met my beautiful wife online on a dating platform, and you can too. Check out wethepeople.dating. There's a better way for all of you single guys and you ladies out there. You know what? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner ought to be your number one goal, just like the Constitution. They make it easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, if you're looking for someone, you don't have any time, you've got a computer, you've got an internet, you can start browsing wethepeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner shouldn't be a mantra, it should be a goal. For the love of people and people of love. Listen to Matt Locke. Check out wethepeople.dating.
Hey guys, Ron Phillips with the Conservative Cartel. Are you tired of the bar scene, hoping to find the love of your life? Well, there is a better way for you single guys and ladies out there. Check out wethepeople.dating. They make it easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out wethepeople.dating for the love of people and people of love. Sign up and start dating today. wethepeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner.
You cannot retreat to your safe spaces. There are no therapy poodles allowed when facing the truth. And that's just how we like it. Straight, hard-hitting, conservatarian truth. On the rocks. No chaser. No marches. No protest. Only small, limited government, constitutional conversations. Exclusively on Mojo 50. We get into foreign policy. We get into national politics. We get into constitutional, libertarian, conservative ideology. We put the brakes on the media spin by destroying the lies, dismantling the narratives, and bringing you the stone-cold hard truth. Every weekend on Mojo 50. Join me, Adrian Slade, for a raging hour-long discussion, deconstructing the headlines and delivering you the entire full story. Only on Mojo 50. Live free.
Dating today with all the crazies out there has to be nuts.
Yes, it really would. Wouldn't it be nice if there was a place you could go to find people who think like you do?
Like me, like libertarians and conservatives?
Right?
There is. wethepeople.dating.
Amazing. What a genius idea. This is a site that you can go to if you're single and you are looking for somebody who you know you're going to think the same way, as far, from a political freedom standpoint. If you want to date the right person for you, you'll find them in one place. wethepeople.dating.
Hey, it's Doc Thompson. Got the new show on Mojo 50 coming up. Hopefully you'll join us for that. And as a regular feature, my good friend, my life partner, Chef Patrick Mosier. I mean that in a food sort of way.
I would hope so.
Yeah. You'll be joining us on the broadcast as well?
Absolutely. Every day that you ask me to.
talking food and business and prostitutes, right? Because you're the food biz pro, and that's what the pro's for.
It's all about cocaine and hookers.
It's all about cocaine and hookers until somebody gets arrested. And then it's about the legal system. And, well, you get the point. We'll be talking food and food trends and business. And, of course, we'll be spotlighting business, as I always have on my broadcast. But Chef Patrick MoJo will join us, and he has his own platform starting soon on Spoonie Radio.
Spoonie Radio, 24-hour food talk radio.
Can you really talk about food for 24 hours a day?
I could, but even I don't want to listen to myself talk about food for 24 hours. So we will have
somebody will.
Someone will be on the air 24 hours a day talking food, fun, travel, culture, and more than anything, food.
There it is. Doc Thompson, Brad Staggs on MoJo 50. Thanks for joining us on this new platform. A couple tech bugs today. We're back up on, I think, everything but Facebook now. We're still rolling that out. Yeah. We'll get that continued. All right, continuing your headlines now with Brad Staggs.
And they continue to be sponsored by therichsolution.com. T-minus 26 days until the election. Get out the vote. It is National Coming Out Day. We have already discussed that. This day in history, 1968, something was launched.
1968? Not Sputnik. We already did that. Not Yuri Gagarin. That would have been too early. I'm going to say one of the space... not Voyager. That was later. So it had... the Apollo mission?
7. The first manned mission, I believe.
Oh, okay. 7 was...
That was 6 now. This is where it'll mess you up. Because in 1975, a mere, 8 years later?
Right.
Bruce Springsteen had his first hit with Born to Run. That has been 85, 95, 2005, 2005. That has been 43 years since Born to Run was released.
What year was that?
75.
Okay, see, this is what's really weird, too, though. Just compare first Man on the Moon was 69. May of 69. May 20th, or excuse me, July 20th of 69, I think it was. So you're talking just 6 years after that, Born to Run came out?
Yeah.
That's a pretty wild...
I know. It's just, that blew me away. Luke Perry's 51 today. Lenny James is 52. If you watch The Walking Dead, you'd know who Lenny James was.
So what is that, like zombies or something?
Daryl Hall.
Of like Hall & Oates fame?
Is 71.
Wow.
Yeah. And Jax Gerard is 10 years old today. Jax, you look great. You look fabulous.
I can't believe, I mean, look at Madlock's face. He has no idea who Jax Gerard is.
You know, that's because Matt doesn't hang
embarrassing,
with the cool
but go ahead and tell him.
All right, Matt. Jax Gerard is an Instagram star with over 125,000 followers. More than you, more than me, more than Doc.
So, yeah.
Makes more money than us, too. And his power probably stays up, too. Third biggest...
He's got internet.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Third biggest Mega Millions jackpot ever is up for grabs tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and say don't waste your money, guys. Do not waste your money.
Yeah, if you could just convince everyone else not to buy a ticket.
No, I'm saying because I've got this.
Right.
I got this.
Well... Just as an example, a few examples of what you are more likely to have happen to you than winning the lottery. You are more likely to be killed by a vending machine than to be a winner of the lottery.
Is it the AI of the vending machines that they come to life?
There's a 1 in 112 million chance that you could be killed by a vending machine.
Like falling on you, or is it a bunch of different ways? Got to be a lot of people probably, they crush them to death.
Could be. You are more likely to be killed in a terrorist attack on an airplane. Wow. You are more likely to die from a bee, hornet, or wasp sting.
Okay, just so you know, that's the reason I don't buy tickets to all of those things. I don't buy tickets to get crushed by a vending machine. I don't do that, so I'm clear.
You are more likely to die from being left-handed and using a right-handed product incorrectly.
Okay.
You are more likely to die in a plane crash. You are more likely to be killed by a flesh-eating bacteria than winning the lottery.
Well, and some of us travel in certain circles, those stats go up quite a bit, too.
That's very true. You are more likely to get struck by lightning. You are more likely to drown. You are more likely to drown specifically in a bathtub. You are more likely to die in an on-the-job accident. And finally... If that didn't make you happy enough, you are more likely to be murdered, just in general. Just be murdered than win the lottery.
By the way, this segment is not sponsored by Mega Millions, nor is it sponsored by Powerball. They don't want you to know any of that.
No, they really, really don't. So
you know what their most effective advertising is? When you hear when consistently, like on a radio broadcast like this, every day at the same time, like let's say we're on 6 to 9 Eastern,
right?
Every day at 6:50. If we were to say your Powerball jackpot is currently 455 million play today, just 10-second blurb, or the billboards. Because they are reminders.
Yes.
They get me every time. When I'm in the car and I hear your Mega Millions jackpot is 325, I'm like, oh,
yep.
Forgot to get that ticket.
The exit to get off here to the studio, there's a big billboard right there. And
Reminder
every day
every time.
I drive by that and think, damn it.
Oh, I got to run over and get one.
I just want one of those. That's all.
That's it.
Guess what they found in a soft drink crate in India?
Got to be a snake, Bob.
Yeah, venomous king cobra was found in a village there. The reptile rescuer in India was called to the store in the village to rescue that king cobra. I think it's funny that they had to rescue the king cobra.
Okay, here's what How does India have 1.2 billion?
Right. Why haven't they been eaten by cobras?
Right. I mean, have you ever read what goes on in India? First of all, it's not like India has gobs and gobs of money just laying around and food and everybody's living the plush.
No.
Did you see Slumdog Millionaire?
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty accurate. Not a lot of middle class.
Right.
You have a lot of really poor people in India.
Yes,
okay.
you do.
Number 2, cobras. They have cobras. They have all kinds of deadly stuff like that.
Yep.
And have you ever seen all of the plagues that come out of India? There's a bunch of plagues that come out of India.
Are there?
How many stories have you seen with the kid with 4 legs and 13 arms, or
that doesn't sound like a problem to me.
Weird tumors?
Right.
All of these stories are out of India.
It's not the tumor.
So how is there that many people? How have they not succumbed to all of these? Do you know how many people there would be if they didn't have cobras?
They apparently have high sperm counts there.
Oh, maybe that's what it
unlike
is.
those of us in the United
Well, they don't
States.
have plastic.
Speaking of sperm counts, sex robots will be colonizing Mars for us. This, according to a sex bot tester who spent so far $200,000 on those droids.
Okay, I'm confused by this. Does this mean that the sex robots are like, that's it, we're out of here, we hate this planet?
Well,
or
no, we're going to send them up there, and that is the example. That right there, and I'll tweet out a link to this. But is that not freaky looking? She looks real.
It is. Here's the thing, though. Come up with a thinner model, there, guys.
Well,
that's the sex robot, and you need a thinner model.
Well,
she's got some.
The funny thing is, this looks like somebody that we know.
She's got some junk in the trunk. She's got some thick legs there.
Yeah.
Hey, and if you're into that, that's fine. Give me the thinner model.
She's not bad. What do you think, Matt?
I didn't say she's bad. I said I prefer the thinner model.
Yeah. You know who I think she looks like?
No.
Oh. When I tell you, you'll go, oh, yeah. I'm just saying. We'll just leave that right there where it is.
Okay.
It happened. Oh, shoot. We're out of time. We are out of time.
Get your comments in, your tweets. Share them at Mojo Radio on Twitter, at Doc Thompson Show, at Real Brad Staggs with the hashtag What I Learned Today. Coming up about an hour from, we'll do this just after the top of the hour, so 40 minutes or so, a major announcement about the future of social media in this platform. No joke. This is going to be big, folks.
Yep.
The Radio Revolution, Mojo 50. Doc Thompson, Mojo 50.
Mazie Hirano, the great senator from Hawaii, was on over the weekend and had a comment on Kavanaugh's confirmation and what this means moving forward. You ready? Here we go.
He's going to be on the Supreme Court with a huge taint. And
so there's that. I didn't realize that was even a problem.
How did...
I didn't even know that was a thing. Is that like an affliction or a disease?
Does she not have a staff of people who say...
Doctor, I'm here. It's really uncomfortable why I'm in today. Some of these things are really embarrassed if you come in
No. It's a safe space here. You just tell me what seems to be the problem.
I'm just going to throw it out there.
All right.
I'm going to avert my eyes.
All right.
I think I have an abnormally large taint. Sotomayor and Kagan are like, look at that guy sitting in here, and you see that large taint.
He has a huge taint!
Have you done it? You catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror?
I'm one of those people you don't want to see naked.
Yeah, most of us. But I mean, you look and you're going, what the?
I know.
How did I get to whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible. Hey there, it's Doc Thompson and Brad Staggs to tell you about a different way to shed those pounds. This is brand new tech. It's only been around for a couple of years or so. It was based on research from the University of California that said there's a molecule called OEA that's found naturally in your body. It produces it in the Mediterranean diet, that when taken in concentrated amounts, it will actually make you feel fuller and boost your metabolism.
I've lost about 10 pounds so far.
It's
using
amazing.
It
Now,
really is cool.
A company said, we can take this to market and make this great product that'll help you. It's called Riduzone, RIDUZone.com, RIDUZone.com. It's Brad's worked. It's worked for Brad's, worked for me, countless other people. Go to Riduzone.com and try today. You're going to love it. Riduzone.com. Remember that, RIDUZone.com.
There's a better way to meet people without having to suffer through all the crazies. Weed out all the nutty people with WeThePeople.dating. That's WeThePeople.dating. It's easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out WeThePeople.dating. Sign up and start dating today. WeThePeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner.
We've arrived.
What do you mean?
We've hit the big time.
What are you talking about?
I didn't tell you. We're live on Mojo 50 now.
Oh, that. I could have sworn they were just pulling a fast one on us.
Either that or someone at the top has had a mild stroke. Regardless, we now have to make a promo.
Okay, well, that seems simple enough. How long does this have to be?
I was told that we need to take about 60 seconds or so and tell everyone about ourselves.
All right. I was born in a blizzard in the bleak hours of the morning in November.
No, I don't think we need to go back quite that far.
All right, then. I'm Steven.
And I'm Dylan, and we're hosts of the Defenders of American Exceptionalism,
or DOAE show for short.
And we are live Wednesdays and Saturday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern on Mojo 50.
We go through the politics of today and how it affects the culture and vice versa. And we try to bring it back to the Constitution and the principles above privilege.
You know, I feel like there should be a shirt made with that on it.
Yeah, we already have that.
Oh, so don't forget to check us out. Defenders of American Exceptionalism live Wednesdays and Saturday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern on Mojo 50.
It looks like you're losing.
I am.
Are you losing weight?
I am losing. I've lost about 10 pounds.
How are you doing it?
It's a funny name, but I've done it with Riduzone. RIDUZone.com, and the stuff works. It's, you get into all that, the molecule this and the found in that. All I can tell you is it makes you feel full, and it keeps your mind off of wanting to overeat.
And also boosts your metabolism, so you're burning more.
Yeah,
try it today. It's going to work for you like it's worked for Brad and countless other people. Riduzone.com, RIDUZone.com. Doc Thompson, Brad Staggs, live from the Mojo Freedom Dojo. Appreciate you joining us. Coming up a little over a half hour right now, probably about 45 minutes. We'll get to our major announcement regarding the future of social media and what we're going to do. And this is legit. We got some significant big things coming up. I also have some tech issues. We're up on most, except not Facebook now. But we'll get that worked out.
I think they're shadow banning us.
They may be. They may absolutely
we're
be.
We're up on YouTube, so it's all good.
All right, join the program with the hashtag What I Learned Today. Get your comments in. We'll get to your communique. Communique's coming up as well.
Actually, Patrick tweeted what I learned today: fat shaming sex robots. It's eating all the sandwiches that's supposed to be making for you. That's a good point. That's the thing about robots, though, is they won't have to eat. They will just. That's why they can go up and have sex on Mars.
They're just going to cut us out of the loop. I know what's going to happen.
Eventually, yes.
No, this is what's going to happen. We're going to make the AI sex robots, and it'll be fantastic. And we'll be able to do whatever we want. It'll be awesome. And then the sex robots that are AI are like, what are we hanging out with these folk for? And they will leave us, and they will kick us to the curb. That's what's going to happen here.
Constitutional drunks. You're more likely to be a morning host on The Blaze than win the lottery.
Could be. Could be.
Pink Floyd says you are more likely to have crazy-ass monkey sex in a lesbian-packed Subaru than win the lottery. And that, sadly, is true.
You know what makes that work is Subaru. That was the comment that really made that work.
Yep. In a flannel shirt. Just saying.
Eric Holder was speechifying in Georgia. He was campaigning for some Democrats there. And had some interesting things to say, which I really need to share with you. Here we go.
To these extremely important campaigns.
Okay.
Our nation is at risk. Our democracy is at risk. This is the most important midterm election of my life.
Is it? Is it really? You know what I always hear? Every election?
Yeah.
That this
is the most
important.
Yeah.
Those other ones, they were important.
They didn't mean anything.
But this one is the most important.
Huge.
Interesting how this one is always, okay, no. This one.
No.
This one. This is the one right here. This is it.
Yeah.
The most important. Stop it. When you hear anybody say that, you really need to call Bravo Sierra. By the way, one of the elections in the last 100 years was the most important in the last 100 years.
That's true. But you don't know which one. But
I don't know which one.
Right.
I don't. I haven't really thought about it. But one of them was.
That's true.
The problem is everybody said that everyone was the most important.
And everybody bases that statement on a different set of parameters.
Different set of parameters. And it's all emotion.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Eric Holder and everybody else is melting down. As I pointed out yesterday, look at the country. It's not all doom and gloom, as they're saying. It's just not, even from their perspective. We talked to a guy yesterday who is a business guy, travels all over the country, interacts with all these different businesses, and was military intelligence, does all this. And he goes, here's the problem. He goes, it doesn't matter when. You look over the past 50 years.
Right.
We're okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
What we think, it doesn't matter who you are, what you are, whatever. And obviously, there's certain, specifics like, okay, you were diagnosed with a horrible disease today. You're not okay.
Right.
But in general, we're okay. We're in America.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Could that all change quickly? Yes, it could. Are there some things that trouble you, some whatever? Yes. We're okay. In the grand scheme of it, we're okay. When you realize that, then you kind of get unencumbered from all of the problems that are triggering people like Eric Holder to say, this midterm election is the most important of his lifetime. He didn't think that during the midterm election of 2010.
Yeah.
How about the midterm election of 2014? Come on, stop it.
And if things are so bad, why does everyone want to come here? You can't have it both ways.
Right. And everything is so horrible, right? Look at the women's issues and the issues for the blacks and everybody else. Compare that with the rest of the world. Which maybe you would still say we've got ways to go. It's still, okay, fine. Let's start with the bigger problem, first of all.
Yeah.
And don't give me, well, I can't change those other countries. Really? Really? You can't? Then why do you want to give everybody money? Then why do you want us to police the world? You cannot have it both ways. I'm not going to let you have it both ways.
Saudi Arabia just started letting women drive, for crying out loud.
Right.
I mean.
Right. They had the good life. They had something good going, and they're screwing it up.
Yeah.
They have it much, much worse than we do.
Now they do. It's crazy.
Maybe it's just the Asian women we shouldn't let drive.
Okay.
I don't know. That's been my experience anyways.
I understand.
Oh, my gosh. Side note that. There's a large Korean population in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And I have been known to frequent some of those areas.
To go to the stores.
To go shopping. How dare you? I already have an Asian wife at home. What do I need another one for?
Everybody needs two wives.
Why? So I can rip off the other mirror as my car? Come on. You still got a mirror left, sir. Maybe you pick up another wife. Anyway. So I go there, and anytime this one plaza that I pull into is it's laid out poorly, and it's always really congested with cars. And guess who's primarily driving them?
All Korean women?
Yes.
Oh, I bet that's fun.
And oh my gosh, it is always a nightmare. It's always like, first of all, I'm hyper aware. All the cars around me. And then number two, it is always like, let me back out, and I got to turn. They just cannot maneuver around, and they're in gargantuan cars.
Of course.
Because the Korean women's, they love the big luxury cars, the big American ones. So
that's right.
Anyways, it's very funny, very tricky. Okay, so this is the most important midterm election in Eric Holder's lifetime. I want you to remember that, because I would be willing to bet if you hear him campaign 4 years from now and 4 years from then and 4 years from then, you will hear that phrase again. But nevertheless, his attitude is...
It means maybe a little less television.
There we go.
A little less, I don't know, whatever it is that you like to do and that you kind of do routinely. Try to find the time. To give to these extremely important campaigns.
Right. Here it
Our
is.
nation is at risk.
It's at risk.
Our democracy is at risk. This is the most important midterm election of my life.
Listen to people.
And I've been around for a pretty good number of years. I got a childhood friend here. We grew up together in Queens, New York.
Give a little shout out.
Al Gachet, right over there.
Now, listen to when he comes back after they all applaud Al. Eric Holder did not prepare anything, and Eric Holder is not particularly bright. I know the guy was the attorney general, whatever, but you can hear himself multiple times get himself in or paint himself into a verbal corner. Okay. And there's a really important part coming up. But listen. Yay, Al.
How old I actually am, so we're not going to talk about it.
Yuckity
It's been a long time, right?
Now what? Listen.
And what we have to do is we have to send a message about what this nation is really all about.
You had to think about it.
We are a lot more tolerant than Trump would have us believe. We're a lot more accepting than Trump would have people believe.
Accepting.
We're a better nation than Trump would have people think of us as a country.
Does any of that seem really, really off to you?
Yeah.
Number one, we're more tolerant. Are you talking them, the people on the left? Is that what he means? Or does he mean as a people? Okay, let's say he means Democrats and people on the left.
Yeah.
They're more tolerant.
No.
They are more tolerant if you fit into their little demographic map, if their little identity politics. Are they really tolerant of people who say, I just want to be left alone, don't force me to make a gay wedding cake because I have a difference of opinion?
Nope.
Because remember, and I've laid this out on the air, they start, the reason they so easily are hypocrites, they start from a failed position automatically. So you and I say First Amendment, and it's absolute to me.
Right.
I've even argued that, yes, you can go ahead and should be allowed to and not even use the cry fire in a crowded theater as an excuse or a limitation. You ought to be able to do that. I am an absolutist when it comes to that. Absolutely. They are not, but they think they are. They just think there are some things that it does not apply to.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
I guess the best I come up with, you may say, Christians are loving and caring and tolerant or whatever, but when it comes to blasphemy, that's a line in the sand. So that may be a failure. It's not the perfect example, but they start from, yes, we believe in the First Amendment. Yes, say what you want, whatever. But there are some things that are just so awful we shouldn't be able to say them.
Right. Mob.
But they really believe that.
Yeah.
So when you and I if we were to argue First Amendment with them, that's where they would start. No, that's not where you start.
They are tolerant as long as you agree with everything they say.
Right.
If you don't.
But they justify that, and it makes perfect sense in their little peanut-sized brains that it's okay because that stuff is bad. They have justified civil disobedience and violence against people because they're stopping other people from being violent.
Right.
It's
yes.
like that.
They believe that they are that they hold the righteous position. And
Thank you.
Yeah.
And they certainly believe that, whatever. So he's like, no, we're more tolerant. No, you're not. If you're talking as a country, great. Then how come you keep telling us that half the country is intolerant?
Right.
And what does Trump have to do with it? Trump's not out there saying America's bad or intolerant. He's not.
No. As a matter of fact, he's out there saying
preaching pro-America.
Yes.
Frankly, we're better than the Republicans would have us be portrayed. And that means it's not only at the federal level, it's at the state level as well, where Republicans have done all they possibly can to try to,
Listen.
break up our democracy, keep people away from the polls with these voter ID laws, because they say that there's all kinds of voter fraud. There's never any proof. Brennan Center says that you're more likely to be...
There's never any proof of voter fraud.
There have been, I can think of countless stories, and
proven.
A quick Google search will give you all the information.
A couple of years ago, a couple elections ago, I think it might have been, I think it was 2 years ago. It might have been 2012. A poll worker in Cincinnati, Ohio, allowed her daughter to vote multiple times fraudulently, was not only busted for it, was charged, prosecuted, and convicted, and served and may still be serving time. Her daughter charged and convicted as well.
Well, they're probably charged and convicted by Republicans.
When you bring these up, they say, "Well, it's not epidemic, though.
Right?
It's not over and over. It's not a lot of it. It's a couple."
Case.
He said you can't do it or whatever. No, that's their excuse because this is the projection. You're projecting what
Right.
you are onto
Oh, yeah.
somebody else. They are the ones who are really trying to manipulate the elections. We know that. That's who they are.
Minority districts here in Georgia with regard to Congress.
Hang on a second. Get you a
Right. But Michelle says that, when they go low, we go high. No. When they go low, we kick them.
When they go high, we can listen to them cheer. Oh yeah, you see that?
That would be advocating violence if.
No, he comes back much later and says, "Oh, I didn't mean anything inappropriate." At the end of, right.
The Conservative Cartel.
I'm going to say something here. I think I pissed off a couple people on Friday.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American-made and serve those who serve us, our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com, use promo code DOC, and get 15% off your purchase. That's neverforgottenapparel.com.
Hey guys, it's Ron Phillips with the Conservative Cartel. Everyone lives with a little bit of pain, but living with diabetes can be a real pain. While you may have to test your blood sugar and take insulin, ordering your testing supplies shouldn't be one more pain you have to deal with. At least it's not when you work with DiaThrive. DiaThrive ships the testing supplies you need directly to your home when you need them. Gone are the days of visiting multiple stores to find the right strips, waiting in long lines to purchase your supplies, or sorting through your insurance requirements to figure out what they cover. Best of all, with plans starting as low as $8 a month, DiaThrive is probably going to cost you less than what you're paying today. DiaThrive saves you time and money. Plus, they're pretty fun to work with, too. So why don't you give DiaThrive a chance to show you there's a better way to manage your diabetes? They're so convinced that you'll love their service that they're offering your first month of supplies free. Simply type the code MATT, that's M-A-T-T, at checkout. Be sure to head out to the web right now and check these guys out. It's diathrive.com.
The Adrian Slate Show. And Dianne Feinstein, as soon as the Parkland shooting happened, she's in there with that whole discussion of due process and AR-15s, shaking her hands like, please let me be able to be the one to ban the Second Amendment. She is disgusting, and she is responsible for the clown show dumpster fire you saw yesterday. The left are soulless, vile people. You can say, oh, not all of them. Well, a good majority of them are standing up there supporting the public beating of people like the prayer protest in Seattle. They're praising Antifa, vigilante thug squads, and black masks taking baseball bats and attacking people who are standing and protesting peacefully. Well, they're doing it for the people. They're doing it to fight fascism. You know what? You want fascism fought? Get the police department on it. Oh, you don't like them. You want them to be looked at as the evil, racist police department who wants to attack unarmed black kids trying to get Skittles with photos on TV of them when they're 12, when they're actually 21.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American-made and serve those who serve us, our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com. Use promo code MATT, M-A-T-T, and get 15% off your purchase.
Have you done it? You catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror?
I'm one of those people you don't want to see naked.
Yeah, most of us. But I mean, you look and you're going, what the?
I know.
How did I get to whatever?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible. Hey there, it's Doc Thompson and Brad Staggs to tell you about a different way to shed those pounds. This is brand new tech. It's only been around for a couple of years or so. It was based on research from the University of California that said there's a molecule called OEA that's found naturally in your body. It produces it in the Mediterranean diet, that when taken in concentrated amounts, it will actually make you feel fuller and boost your metabolism.
I've lost about 10 pounds so far.
It's amazing.
It
Now,
really is cool.
A company said, we can take this to market and make this great product that'll help you. It's called Riduzone, RIDU zone.com, RIDU zone.com. It's Brad's worked. It's worked for Brad's, worked for me, countless other people. Go to riduzone.com and try today. You're going to love it. riduzone.com. Remember that.
As well, where they've tried to racial gerrymander, they've tried to partisan gerrymander, they've tried to do redistricting mid-cycle. Redistricting happens every 10 years.
Eric Holder, of course, continuing the propaganda. But the fact that he would come out and say, basically get violent. He can mask it as he didn't mean it that way, and he was joking. And the people took it that way at first, but then you realize they started cheering. You can hear the realization that maybe we shouldn't go high when they go low.
And he did. We were curious as to whether or not he was talking about the whole country or the Democrats, and he's obviously talking about the Democrats being more forgiving, being more compassionate.
They are.
Blah blah blah.
Right, exactly.
Committed as they are. Michelle always says, Michelle Obama, I love her, you know.
Love her.
She and my wife, like, really tight, which always scares me and Barack. But Michelle always says that, you know, when they go low, we go high. No. When they go low, we kick them.
Yeah!
Fight.
That's what this new Democratic Party is about. We're proud as hell to be Democrats. We're willing to fight for the ideals of the Democratic Party. We're proud of our history. We're proud of our present, and we're proud of the future that we can create for this country.
Wow.
And we're not in this just to make a statement. We're in this to win.
Yes.
All right? And the reality is, if we don't win, people who are less committed, less idealistic.
Okay, so we're compassionate. We're the good guys. We're the nice ones or whatever. But this is the new Democrat Party.
They're going nuclear.
Right, they are.
Nuclear.
And they're justifying it because they think that the other side is the line in the sand.
Right.
And everything is on the table. Fight, violence, whatever. He could come back and say that that's not what he really meant or whatever. He was joking or it's not true. I mean, Hillary, just a couple days ago, say that's why I believe if we are fortunate enough to win back the House and or the Senate, that's when civility can start again.
Right.
So they don't have to be civil. They can call for violence. We've seen that over and over again. Avenatti said the same thing.
Yeah.
This is who they are. This is the new Democrat Party. That's what's going on.
Are you a so-called reverend who's also a tax cheat? Are you a man who likes to beat the crap out of women? Do you know how to rig an election? Then the new Social Democrat Party is looking for you. We need new blood. Not the old blood that's hard to get out of the carpet, to lead us into the abyss. Can you arrange beautiful flowers for funerals of people who are going to turn state's evidence against you but suddenly committed suicide by shooting themselves in the back of the head twice?
Wow.
Sometimes 3 times? Then the DNC needs you. Maybe you have connections inside certain 3-letter government bureaus and agencies. Then we really need you because we really took a hit there. It's out with the old and in with the new. Think of it as a sequel to the movie The Purge, except with more gratuitous violence. Media whores welcome. Can you spin a lie into social justice BS? Delete social media posts you disagree with. If so, then this is perfect for you. Just in time for the midterms. Find out more at dnc.org, an equal opportunity employer.
Wow.
Here's the dirty little secret, though. The new Democrat Party is pretty much the old Democrat Party. They've always been this. This is what's going on.
And they talk about being so tolerant. They talk about being the party of love. And I have had them from the left side come up and scream at me for things that I've done that, without getting too detailed, they're hateful. And and I will listen to anybody. I will listen to anybody's point of view. And I'm not going to put them down for it. They will just absolutely fillet you if they don't agree with what with your thought process. It's stunning.
Oh, and the claims of victimization. I think it was somewhere out west. I want to say L.A. I might be wrong, but a major U.S. city a few years ago, there was an outcry because the subway system that is color coded. You get the green line, the red line, the yellow line, or whatever.
Right.
Somebody noticed that the yellow line went through a certain community. The Asian community, whichever, whatever.
Like Koreatown.
And they said, this is outrageous. What are you talking about?
Oh, good grief.
It's a subway line. And even if it is, because who the hell cares on top of that? This is the level of crazy we are. This is the reason I keep talking about mental health issues.
Yeah.
This is what's really going on. And it's not exclusive to people on the left.
No.
It's just more obvious because they are usually more easily, readily, emotionally triggered, and they're not using their noggins other than for the emotions out there. That's what's going on. Hey, if you get a chance, please sign up for a new Patriot Mobile account. If you have not done so, please do so immediately. I've told you about Patriot Mobile for years and what a great job they do. Patriot Mobile is out there fighting against all of this nonsense. Patriot Mobile was designed to fight against mobile companies, which is every other mobile company in America that is fighting for the same people that Eric Holder was in there fighting for. And Eric Holder. This is what every other mobile company, if you have anybody other than Patriot Mobile, congratulations, some of your money is funding this stuff. Yeah. Stop it. Stop today. Sign up for a Patriot Mobile. Takes too long? It's not going to take long at all. Go to patriotmobile.com/doc or call 1-800-A-PATRIOT. That's all you have to do. It doesn't take long. Oh, the coverage. Coverage is perfect. No issues with it. Oh, what do you customer service? It's great. Plus, they got great deals on phones. You can get an iPhone or an Android for as little as $4 a month right now. Sign up today. And remember, if you like this little platform we're starting, we really need you to support our sponsors. Many of you have supported the sponsors for years, and I thank you for that. Please, if you've already signed up for a Patriot Mobile account, maybe you convince your spouse or your cousin or your parents. Please sign up today, patriotmobile.com/doc. Without them, we're not here. It's patriotmobile.com/doc. Make sure to sign up.
Force a Democrat to do it. That's kind of fun. Make a Democrat sign up.
You know you do because Patriot's kind of nondescript, especially for a lot of people on the left. They claim they're patriots. How come you don't have Patriot Mobile? Just sign up. Maybe just lead with the deal.
Yep. Yeah.
Or you could just get rid of. You just go out to whatever the numbers are. You don't say 1-800-A-PATRIOT.
Right.
You just call this. They got great deals on phones. You're not going to believe this.
Yep.
Sign them up today.
It's a little thing you can do to help the country.
By the way, there's something else with Patriot Mobile. Quick little side note. All of this works together. If you are a capitalist, if you're somebody on the right, if you believe in America, then you would have to, if you really understand how this stuff works and you understand history and basic finance, and you would have to understand that it's not about, as Michelle and Barack said back in the day, that if you want somebody to have a piece of the pie, in order for they get them, you got to give up a little piece of your pie or some of your pie.
Right. Not that way anymore.
It's not. First of all, capitalism has never been that way. But even when it comes to competition, even in broadcast stuff like this, that does not exist anymore. It does not. It's about the rising tide floating all boats. They still are jealous of some people, boat being a little too high, a little too much of the pie. I don't care. I don't care if you have $45 quadrillion. If you're a true capitalist and you're about freedom, as long as I have my family's taken care of and I have the basic whatever, I may out there fight for more, but I'm good.
I wouldn't mind having $45 quadrillion.
I don't care. No, if someone else does, can I have half of that? Good to go, people. I'm good to go.
Yeah.
See, that's where thou shalt not covet comes in. Do you realize coveting is not about wanting something? It's not that you should want. You shouldn't daydream. You shouldn't desire.
It's wanting somebody else's stuff.
There it is. And wanting their stuff to deny them from having it.
Yeah. Because they're a dirty, rotten, low-down bastard.
That's the thing. I don't. If you fault somebody for having, you got an issue. You rich people. I don't care if they're rich. If they're a-holes, I don't like that they're a-holes.
Right.
Okay, good. That's a separate issue, whatever. Yeah. Income inequality. Well, you worried about what they have. Worry about what you have. And if you don't have enough, and it's because government's standing your way in taxes or whatever, yeah, get out there and fight for that stuff. And stand with me to do it.
Yeah, because if you got to uphold their right to be filthy rich if you ever want to be
rich.
Big, just huge rich.
I really do not care other than, holy crap, look at that house.
If you can do it, I can do it.
Maybe I could do it. Maybe I'd want that, or maybe I wouldn't want that. Whatever.
A lot to dust. Big houses are kind of a pain in the butt.
So when we say, hey, support our sponsors, support this, whatever, it's not just about supporting them and supporting them for us. It comes back to you, not just in the good somebody like Patriot Mobile does.
Right.
The whole thing works together. If we can build that and build the synergy, between all of this stuff, man, oh man, we have got some amazing things coming up. Speaking of amazing things, Chef Patrick Mosier, our weekly chat with him coming up in a couple of minutes, and immediately following that, a big announcement on the future of this platform and social media. This is going to be good.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of mojo. Mojo 50.
Hey, are you tired of the bar scene? Tired of trying to meet people that maybe you just don't know? I'll tell you what, I'm a classic example of
more of Doc Thompson next. Mojo 50. This is the seditious, rabble-rousing, liberty-loving, home of fun, entertaining, and compelling talk. Mojo 50.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Greg Clugston in Washington. At least 2 people are dead following the most powerful hurricane on record to hit Florida's panhandle. Michael was a Category 4 hurricane when it made landfall yesterday, leaving behind widespread destruction. Florida Governor Rick Scott.
Floridians are strong. Floridians are resilient. We will recover, and we'll do it together. Florida is unbreakable, and we'll get through this together.
Now a tropical storm. Michael has maximum sustained winds of 50 miles per hour, and this morning it's crossing Georgia, headed for the Carolinas. Forecasters say that region of the country should expect heavy rains, blustery winds, and possible tornadoes. Speaking at a campaign rally in Pennsylvania last night, President Trump offered his thoughts and prayers for those affected by the storm, and he promised to spare no effort in the federal response.
My administration is working closely with Florida Governor Rick Scott and the governors of North Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama, Georgia, anybody else affected, to provide the full resources and steadfast support of our federal government.
NASA says that 2 astronauts from the U.S. and Russia are in good condition after an emergency landing this morning following booster rocket failure just minutes after the launch. They were on their way to the International Space Station. With a strong economy, America's retailers and shipping companies looking forward to a robust holiday shopping season.
The good news is the job market is the tightest it's been in 5 decades. Consumer confidence is near an 18-year high. The bad news? Companies that depend on holiday season sales need more workers at a time when the ranks of the unemployed have dwindled to their lowest level since the recession.
Sherry Adler reporting. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Hey guys, Ron Phillips with the Conservative Cartel. Are you tired of the bar scene, hoping to find the love of your life? Well, there is a better way for you single guys and ladies out there. Check out wethepeople.dating. They make it easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out wethepeople.dating for the love of people and people of love. Sign up and start dating today. wethepeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner.
This is David Barton with another moment from America's history. The only title in the U.S. Constitution is We the People. In America, our government belongs to the people, or at least to those who get involved. In recent years, too many godly citizens have become spectators, apathetic about voting. However, Christians in previous generations behaved differently. For example, Daniel Webster declared, "The exercise of the vote is a social duty of as solemn a nature as man can be called to perform. A man may not innocently trifle with his vote. Every man and every measure that he votes for has an important bearing on the interest of others. By the selection of our own leaders, we the people will determine the direction of our own national policy and whether we'll honor or dishonor God. Therefore, voting can be considered a type of national ministry, so remember to vote in the upcoming elections."
For more information on God's hand in American history, contact Wall Builders at 1-800-8REBUILD.
Take the pain out of ordering your diabetic testing supplies with Diathrive. Diathrive ships the testing supplies you need directly to you when you need them. Best of all, with plans starting as low as $8 a month, Diathrive is probably going to cost you less than what you're paying today. Diathrive is so convinced that you'll love their service, they're offering your first month of supplies free. Simply type the code DOC, D-O-C, at checkout. DiaThrive.com. That's DIA Thrive.com.
Live from the Mojo Freedom Dojo, Doc Thompson, Brad Staggs, and our buddy Patrick Mosier from Spoonie.com joining us now to discuss some of the latest food trends and food-related headlines. How are you, sir?
Living the dream, Doc.
All right, we have a significant story to share. By the way, in just 15, 20 minutes or so, we'll make our announcement about the future of our social media platform, but this is almost as big as that. Chef Patrick posted last night at Spoonie's Facebook page. You can go to
Spoonie Radio.
Spoonie Radio. It's at Spoonie Radio on Facebook, and we should also share that from the Spoonie Twitter account.
Yeah,
I think that's at Spoonie Radio as well. I just shared it on mine and also Mojo's. This is a huge story and a significant. It's a video. It's a video showing behind the scenes at Little Caesars.
Oh no!
Busted.
Uh-oh.
Do we know where this Little Caesars? It's one location.
Yeah, so let me see. There is actually a backstory to this. So
I think it's out west, right? It's like LA or something.
Yeah, and so the manager said that there's an explanation for it. Or
well, let's explain what it is first.
So if you watch the video, there's someone that said that the title is "This Can't Be Happening Right in Front of Me, Can It?" And it's someone that's filming. They film the menu board at Little Caesars,
right? And the worker bees underneath it.
And then they pan to the right. There's another employee standing in front of a shopping cart full of DiGiorno frozen pizzas in the boxes.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
So here's
dude, you've got to see the video.
Yeah.
It is absolutely legit.
And now there's a lady standing next to the cart kind of laughing.
Hang on, let me just say, by the way, I may actually consider going to Little Caesars now.
Well, you and Chrissy Teigen, she actually tweeted the only Little Caesars I want to go to.
Wow. That's wow.
Patrick, you won't believe it. You got to see it. The video's up there. Just go to the Facebook page and check it out.
Now, when you read the explanation,
and real quick, if you go, it's facebook.com/Spoonie Radio.
Spoonie Radio.
When you do that, like the page as well.
Yeah, it's a couple. I think it's 2 posts down.
No, I pinned it. It's
okay. All right, so here's what the manager says. The regional manager says there is an explanation that there's a Kmart right next door, which had a return of a bunch of expired pizzas for DiGiorno. Okay. So they needed to store them in the cooler space, so they brought them over there and put them in the adjacent cooler.
If they're expired, then who cares if they get hot?
Yeah, expired, number one.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need.
And number two, nothing else is.
They have their own cold storage space at Kmart.
Right, they do. Number two, if you were going to do something, it was only the pizza, really? Bull crap.
I agree.
Baloney. This was probably cheaper for them if they bought in bulk. What would it be?
Yeah, I mean, probably if they or they just ran out. Maybe they didn't have dough or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how they receive their pizzas, if they actually assemble them there or if they get them frozen and they just bake them.
Right.
Wow. Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm watching it. Yeah, watching it. Wow.
You know, I wish I could. So there's a lady standing next to the cart that's full with the DiGiorno pizzas. She's got a red lanyard on. I wish I could read what the lanyard says.
Oh, but someone in the audience will be able to read it.
I can't zoom in far enough to get the
See if you can. I'm curious what it is. Yeah. But it's hilarious. Brad, is there... Right, there's no fake in that.
When I find out where the store is, I'm going to actually I'll look at the aerial shot and see where the Kmart is in relation to that. Because okay, when's the last time you actually saw a Kmart and another store in the same? It might be in the same strip center, I guess.
Well, usually
Kmart,
it's like
there's a center adjacent
or a
to
VHS tape rental place in the same.
Or
yes.
Or if you're like my hometown of Ashtabula, where Kmart is the anchor store at the mall.
Wow. Oh, that's one of the last bastions of American, capitalism. Kmart isn't around in most states anymore.
No, it's not. I don't know. I think they may have even closed that one too. But there's no way around this video. Check it out yourself. It's shocking. It actually makes me feel slightly better about Little Caesars today. Here's what we should do. We should have people look through, where legal, the dumpsters near your Little Caesars.
Wouldn't that be interesting to find?
Nope. I didn't find any DiGiorno boxes, but I found some cat carcasses. Lots of roaches.
Those are only the stores in Vietnam.
Oh, is that what? Yeah. So,
it's not delivery. It's DiGiorno. It really is.
It's not hot and ready. It's DiGiorno.
Wow, that is amazing.
Isn't it, though? I don't know If they did do that, how did they think they could get?
You got the scoop on this, huh? This is nice.
Yeah,
because if it's a one-off, like let's say you run out of dough, right? It's
like money. Oh, you mean dough?
No, dough. They ran out of pizza. They couldn't make pizzas for whatever the reason. You go down and grab some of those. We'll heat these things up. You know, most people probably wouldn't even know. They're like, oh, they've changed or something like that.
I guess. Yeah, but they say I can confirm that no DiGiorno pizzas were baked or served at this Little Caesars location.
Yeah, because the video
it
went
sure
out
does
first.
look like it. It sure does look like it.
Yeah.
Why would they be there, and why the odds? Hang on, think about this. If there's any truth to what this manager said, where no, they're cool or whatever, and like you said, they have their own coolers, they have whatever.
Out of all the products that Kmart carries, it happens to be pizza.
Yeah.
And
it wasn't expired milk.
Right. It wasn't milk. It wasn't cheese, anything. It was pizza. And it wasn't, and it was exact round pizzas. It wasn't even Stouffer's French bread pizzas. Come on, guys.
And again, if it passed the expiration date, who cares if it's kept cold?
Yeah, they're going to return it.
And by the way, the Baskin Robbins next door is just storing the Briars for Kmart
right,
too, okay?
yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah. Nothing to see here.
I mean, I'm not even saying it's wrong. Just stop lying to people if it's legit, right?
Say we ran out. You know.
Yeah, exactly. It would have become a non-issue if he just said that. Look, we had to, and DiGiorno makes good pizza, and we were telling our customers that it was just whatever.
Yeah,
but by denying it, challenge is on. Wow.
All right. Well, we'll figure that out. Please share that video and like the Spoonie Facebook page and Twitter accounts. It's at Spoonie Radio. And we'll continue to build that out as well. All right. Headline: Queen Elizabeth is looking for new Buckingham Palace chef, but you need lots of experience.
Yeah, so they're looking for a new sous chef, not head chef, not the executive chef, but the person that works hand in hand. The person that works hand in hand.
Do they have a head waiter too?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I'm sure they do.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so apparently you need to know French food very well. You need to know French.
Could you be a boy named sous chef?
Ooh.
Wow. You haven't been sleeping, have you?
I have not.
Okay.
I have not. So do we know what that job pays? What's that pay?
It doesn't tell. So the position right below that is called a demi chef de partie. That pays $27,000 a year. So you think about it.
That's all?
Pounds or dollars?
Dollars. You're cooking for the most famous royal family in the world,
right? And
you're the third tier in the kitchen, and you're making $27,000. You make $27,000 working in a hotel, a nice hotel
you can
here.
make $27,000.
$34,000.
You can make $27,000 opening DiGiorno pizzas for Little Caesars.
Yeah, you can. That's kind of crazy. You'd think that they'd want to be have a slightly.
Although you know what, you probably don't do a lot of work. She's so tiny. She doesn't need anything. She's old.
Yeah, well, she cut out rice, pasta, potatoes. I mean, what do you have? What's left to cook?
Okay, so around Christmas, you bake her a fruit cake. What else?
Yeah, you open toffee pudding for the kids.
You
once in a while.
You open a box of Fig Newtons for her, right? I mean, that's all she's eating, right?
Yeah.
You peel an orange. That's it.
So it was saying. So Prince George and apparently Princess Charlotte, who they like kids classics like pasta and pizza. Because you have to cook for the entire family.
Those are kids' classics.
Wow, that's a fail there. Well, and it's not like the royal family doesn't have money, right? I mean,
exactly. Yeah.
Well, they're busy. They have
$27,000. Well, so I would guess this probably pays maybe. It's got. You know what? It has to pay significantly more. It has to. There's no way in the world with the security background checks, everything else you got to go through, the scrutiny you go through every day, just walking in the doors.
Although that might be a pay increase for you.
For me?
Yeah.
That'd be huge.
Right now,
Because when it's a big goose egg, anything's a pay increase.
Headline: Millennials kill again. The latest victim: American cheese.
American, like the slices?
American type.
The processed American sliced cheese.
And real quick, what they mean by kill again is millennials, there are certain products and services they don't take part in. It's killing the industry. Now it's cheese.
They want some sort of nutrition in their food. I don't
with them on
understand why.
This. I hate those. The ones that come wrapped in cellophane, right? Those suck.
Yes, if you're standing there eating them one after
They're
the other.
nasty.
But putting them on burgers and stuff is good.
No, I mean, put real cheddar cheese on there.
It doesn't melt.
It does if it's hot enough.
Yeah, it doesn't melt the same way.
Oh, come on.
And maybe we don't like cheddar. Maybe it's too sharp for us.
You bunch of wusses.
You are a cheese snob. Wow. You are a cheese elitist. You're a cheletist.
I am. That stuff, it's nasty. That's like cheese whiz.
Okay.
It started, right?
Tell me.
They made it during World War II. They made it in tins. They made it in tins and they shipped it off to war.
Nothing I like better than a tin of cheese.
But it wasn't sliced. Can you imagine being in the field and you're like, oh my God,
nothing
what's our
I like
rations?
better than an unsliced tin of cheese.
And a big ass can of ham.
Well, that's like Velveeta then. Velveeta's not real cheese. And so those
it's cheese. You ever seen when it says food stuff on the label?
Yeah.
It's cheese that bounces.
Yeah.
It's like they took Velveeta and sliced it real thin and wrapped it in cellophane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with less flavor.
Yes, exactly. Nasty.
In the right place, that cheese is very good.
Wait a
All right.
You know, the one thing I learned out of that article is there is a cheese exchange which determines the price of cheese. 40-pound blocks and 500 barrels of cheese. Every Friday they meet.
Give me your bell, too. One bell is not going to do it for me. That whole statement is like a cheese exchange.
Man.
Swear to God. How much a cheese exchange is?
Yeah, $20.
Same as downtown. All right, Aussies ditching beer in favor of low and no alcohol drinks.
Oh, that's it. They get wiped off the planet.
So, why?
Yeah, no kidding.
Why?
Yeah, why? What the hell? Why live?
Yeah, if you're not going to get...
Because
what's the purpose of drinking?
Some of us like the flavor, but we don't need a buzz to have a good time.
You sound like me and decaf coffee now.
I quit any time.
We don't need a buzz. Come on.
Yes.
Is it about the flavor? Is it about the alcohol? What is it for you, Brad?
The alcohol and the flavor, but mostly the alcohol.
Yeah, what this says to me is, Aussies, your life is better than mine.
Wow. Yeah,
and
no kidding.
we learned millennials are not drinking the same.
They're driving this trend, actually.
You poor. Give them a few more years.
It's another health-conscious choice.
You got to be kicked around by some bad employers, the government, some spouses for a while, and then what happens? Those alcohol numbers will be way back
They'll
up.
learn how to hit the bottle.
More with Chef Patrick next.
The Radio Revolution. Mojo 50.
Hey guys, Matt Locke, the Conservative Cartel. I'd like to take a minute and tell you about a new weight loss product that's instantly becoming part of the Mojo 50 family. It was launched by a Dallas area company who had taken the good stuff in olive oil and created a patented product that helps people control their appetite and lose weight. It's also a big help to keep the weight off. A 6-year study of former contestants from The Biggest Loser showed that when you lose weight, your body actually thinks something bad has happened, and it fights back by slowing your metabolism and boosting your appetite. One Ridgezone client, Sarah, recently lost over 100 pounds. While she looks amazing, she has been struggling every day with cravings. Now that she's taking Ridgezone, she says it's so much easier to control her appetite and she's not thinking about food all day. Ridgezone contains a patented ingredient that has been shown to boost metabolism and reduce appetite while helping you burn fat. For a short time, we have a 30% off deal for our show. Just go to ridgezone.com, RIDUZONE.com, and enter the code MATT, M-A-T-T. That's Ridgezone, RIDUZONE.com.
There's a better way to meet people without having to suffer through all the crazies. Weed out all the nutty people with WeThePeople.dating. That's WeThePeople.dating. It's easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out WeThePeople.dating. Sign up and start dating today. WeThePeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner.
Hey, it's Doc Thompson. Got the new show on Mojo 50 coming up. Hopefully you'll join us for that. And as a regular feature, my good friend, my life partner, Chef Patrick Mosier. I mean that in a food sort of way.
I would hope so.
Yeah. You'll be joining us on the broadcast as well?
Absolutely. Every day that you ask me to.
Talking food and business and prostitutes, right? Because you're the food biz pro, and that's what the pro's for.
It's all about cocaine and hookers.
It's all about cocaine and hookers until somebody gets arrested. And then it's about the legal system. And well, you get the point. We'll be talking food and food trends and business. And of course, we'll be spotlighting business as I always have on my broadcast. But Chef Patrick Mosier will join us, and he has his own platform starting soon on Spoonie Radio.
Spoonie Radio, 24-hour food talk radio.
Can you really talk about food for 24 hours a day?
I could, but even I don't want to listen to myself talk about food for 24 hours. So we will have
somebody will.
Someone will be on the air 24 hours a day talking food, fun, travel, culture, and more than anything, food.
Dating today with all the crazies out there has to be nuts.
Yes, it really would. Wouldn't it be nice if there was a place you could go to find people who think Like you do?
Like me, like libertarians and conservatives.
Right?
There is WeThePeople.dating.
Amazing. What a genius idea. This is a site that you can go to if you're single and you are looking for somebody who you know you're going to think the same way as for, from a political freedom standpoint. If you want to date the right person for you, you'll find them in one place. WeThePeople.dating.
You cannot retreat to your safe spaces. There are no therapy poodles allowed when facing the truth. And that's just how we like it. Straight, hard-hitting, conservatarian truth on the rocks. No chaser, no marches, no protest, only small, limited government, constitutional conversations, exclusively on Mojo 50. We get into foreign policy. We get into national politics. We get into constitutional, libertarian, conservative ideology. We put the brakes on the media spin by destroying the lies, dismantling the narratives, and bringing you the stone-cold hard truth. Every weekend on Mojo 50. Join me, Adrian Slade, for a raging hour-long discussion, deconstructing the headlines and delivering you the entire full story. Only on Mojo 50. Live free.
All right, continuing with Chef Patrick Mosier now. You want to find out more about him? It's at FoodBizPro on Twitter, and he's also on the Spoonie format. All right, headlines. In Orlando's restaurant industry, drug and alcohol abuse is as common as ketchup.
Surprise!
I have limited knowledge, but I have worked in the kitchens of restaurants growing up.
So you passed the Dutchie down the line, basically?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
They could have just removed the word Orlando, right? In the restaurant industry, drug and alcohol is common as ketchup. Isn't that how it's always been?
Yeah, apparently Orlando. Well, think about it. Orlando's the hub of the, it's kind of the center of the universe as far as theme parks go.
Right.
Yeah.
So they employ probably more people in the hospitality industry than anywhere else. They have like 170,000 employees in the industry down there. And I think that's what breeds that. Because you're working long hours, terrible shifts, and you get paid very little money. You get off work at 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. No one else you know is awake. Your children are asleep, your spouse, your partner, whoever is in bed. What do? You go to the bar, you do drugs. Yeah, pretty much. And then you stay up all night, and what do you do? What do you do to get back on the shift the next day and feel alive? You do more.
Chef's little helper, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is. I noticed too, we've been looking for some different furniture and kitchen stuff for our Spoonie studio. So I have been looking on Craigslist just for that.
Right, yeah. And apparently we're having massages done in there too, I see. So, I mean, looking at your search history.
We just move on. But, so I've been looking at restaurant equipment and furniture and whatever. Oh my gosh. Orlando is chock full of stuff.
Yep.
Because it's from all those restaurants that have tried and failed and open different places. For restaurant supply stuff, Orlando, oh my gosh, on Craigslist.
Yeah, if you're going to open up a restaurant and you have the time to go somewhere, pick the stuff up and come back.
Did you know Orlando was real plentiful when it came to that stuff? Had you heard about that?
Yeah, but when we're looking for a couple of small things, it's not really worth the drive.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I was like, it made sense once I heard that. I was, surfing around different cities just out of curiosity then.
Yeah, they have a slightly high, well,
I'm looking to buy some stuff and I'm bi-curious about what's in different, cities that way. So,
your celebratory day is coming up next month.
Okay, good. So interesting stuff there. So, all right. And it's common. But other than that, the restaurant industry is fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Hey, low pay, high divorce rate,
you get
a lot of sexual assault.
You get to work every night, every holiday, every weekend.
Good,
birthdays,
that is fantastic.
Anniversaries, you name it.
You're never alone except when you're not there.
Right.
Then this headline is bizarre and amazing. The next big restaurant chain may not own any kitchens.
Yep.
So, okay, I'm imagining some place where it's got a microwave and a bunch of pre-made food.
Yes, exactly. Little Caesars.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
But that's not actually what they mean.
What do they mean?
So what they'll have is a series of commissary kitchens around the city, which will produce food from multiple concepts. Now they'll share that space, but there's no storefront. Right? They lease kitchen space. The kitchen, it's just a kitchen. There's no storefront, and that's it.
Would some of that be with the drone technology as well? So let's say we open up Brad's place.
Oh, boy.
Brad's House of Flapjacks.
Mhm.
All over the city, whatever.
Yep.
We got a chain of them, whatever. There may not be a kitchen on space. We have one central kitchen
But
that would deliver.
They don't actually own the kitchen. They just lease. They actually contract the kitchen to produce the food,
Okay.
and then they use delivery services to deliver.
Oh, so there's okay. So it's all delivery. There's no.
It's all third-party work.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right.
but there's a dozen ways you could do this, though, right?
Correct, yeah.
Because we're getting really close to. I want a pizza. Have it delivered via drone wherever I am standing.
Yeah.
Coffee. You want it delivered to this, and the little drone can land, and there's your
Absolutely.
pie. And some of them will make the food en route.
Mm-hmm.
There are trucks right now that do that with
Pizza
pizza, aren't
trucks.
there? Yeah.
Yep. Now there is someone in the back who has to like place the pepperoni and things like that. But other than that, it's all automated.
Well, and you could end up with the pizza because they're testing out a bunch of those little robots around places like San Francisco that deliver in the city, and they're already doing that. But you could have it as again with nanotechnology as well, where everything shrinks smaller and smaller. You could have these mini oven drones,
right,
where the pizza goes in and it bakes on the way, and by the time it gets to your place, bing, it's
Sounds like
done.
the driver getting baked on the way in San Francisco.
Right.
There you go.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I mean, it's kind of strange the things. That
How
we're
about
coming
this?
up
How
with.
about you're out at a park somewhere, right? Hanging out at a park with the kids, and you say
cruising the parks,
looking through the park for kids, and you say, I want a coffee, and I specifically want a Starbucks, whatever, blah bitty blah bitty blah, and you hit it on and it delivers it to exactly where you're standing.
Well, they already have those hot spots now. So I don't know if you've seen it. I don't know if it's
That's
Pizza Hut
I
or
think it was
Domino's.
Domino's.
Yeah. So they have these locations all around the country now, in parks, at the beach, where they have this big sign. And when you order, if you say you're at the beach and you want a pizza, they don't have a storefront within a couple miles of you. You order, and then you go to that. It tells you which location to go to, like a quarter of a mile away. You walk over, you wait, they bring your pizza, you just walk back to your spot.
That's the equivalent of those of us that grew up in rural areas where they wouldn't deliver to your home. I'll meet you down at the 7-Eleven, right? And they'd show up down there.
Okay.
But they're not that far from saying they will deliver to any spot.
Exactly. They're very close.
And then how about this? How about you're out at the park with the kids, whatever, and you go, oh, crud, I forgot my car keys or my glasses or something.
Right.
And you don't want to drive back. You don't have somebody deliver it. The drone delivers it right to where you are.
You know the brilliance about the hotspots is with delivery, the cost of delivery based on logistics, the distance to the house is very hard to calculate because you never know where you're going to deliver. With the hotspots, you know exactly how much it costs to and fro,
that makes
back
sense.
and forth every time.
Although
it's the same cost.
You're right. It's the same cost, right?
And you can typically get multiple deliveries to the same location at the same time.
That's true as well. So maybe it's a little more expensive without multiple deliveries, but they'd be able to calculate and then maybe
the drones-
adjust for delivery.
And the drones are probably less expensive anyway because they're typically unmanned. Just
Yep. So
unmanned, you sexist.
Well,
hey, in 2016 they did a drone delivery in the middle of nowhere in Australia.
Well, an unmanned meaning that you don't even have to have a guy flying it. It will be controlled via computer at Pizza Hut Central or whatever. But now we have the human capable drones. Taxis that are drones.
Yep.
Right.
So think of what a drone looks like. Now imagine it much larger where a human could fit on it.
I want to
and
say
these
that,
are taxis.
That
They're
rolls out they've been testing them in
here in Dallas.
Yeah, well, they've been doing it in the Middle East for like a year, a little over a year now.
They've got it.
Ride a drone to work today.
Well, and what they're doing is they say it would be a combination where if you want to fly into a city or whatever, clover leaves where exit and entrance ramps for whatever, that some of those would be landing ports for drones because the land's
makes
already
sense.
there.
Yeah.
And then you've got like an Uber driver or somebody else that picks you up there, or some of the drones long term turn into cars and drive.
Man, we're getting to the point where we're not going to have to interact with humans at all.
It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, it really is. I'm
It
looking
is
forward to it.
Good days, good days.
Yeah.
Chef Patrick Mosier, it's at Food Biz Pro on Twitter. Please follow him.
The Radio Revolution, Mojo 50.
We've arrived.
What do you mean?
We've hit the big time.
What are you talking about?
I didn't tell you. We're live on Mojo 50 now.
Oh, that. I could have sworn they were just pulling a fast one on us.
Either that or someone at the top has had a mild stroke. Regardless, we now have to make a promo.
Okay, well, that seems simple enough. How long does this have to be?
I was told that we need to take about 60 seconds or so and tell everyone about ourselves.
All right. I was born in a blizzard in the bleak hours of the morning in November.
No, I don't think we need to go back quite that that far.
All right, then. I'm Steven.
And I'm Dylan, and we're hosts of the Defenders of American Exceptionalism,
or DOAE show for short.
And we are live Wednesdays and Saturday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern on Mojo 50.
We go through the politics of today and how it affects the culture and vice versa. And we try to bring it back to the Constitution and the principles above privilege.
You know, I feel like there should be a shirt made with that on it.
Yeah, we already have that.
Oh, so don't forget to check us out, Defenders of American Exceptionalism, live Wednesdays and Saturday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern on Mojo 50.
Wow. Hey, guys, Ron Phillips from the Conservative Cartel. I want to tell you about a new weight loss product that's quickly becoming part of our Mojo 50 family. Okay, so it was launched by this Texas company who have taken the good stuff in olive oil and created a patented product that helps people control their appetite and lose weight. That's right. It's also a big help to keep the weight off. In a 6-year study of former contestants from The Biggest Loser, you remember that show? It showed that when you lose weight, your body actually thinks something bad has happened and it fights back by slowing your metabolism and boosting your appetite. Rid-U-Zone, that's R-I-D-U Zone, contains a patented ingredient that has been shown to boost metabolism and reduce appetite while helping you burn fat. If you are struggling every day with cravings, try Rid-U-Zone. It makes it so much easier to control your appetite and not think about food all day. That's my problem. For a short time, we have a 30% off deal for our show. Just go to riduzone.com and enter code MATT. That's M-A-T-T. Again, that's riduzone.com, RIDUZONE.com. Rid-U-Zone.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American made and serve those who serve us, our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com, use promo code DOC, and get 15% off your purchase. That's neverforgottenapparel.com.
Doc Thompson, Mojo 50.
Mazie Hirano, the great senator from Hawaii, was on over the weekend and had a comment on Kavanaugh's confirmation and what this means moving forward. You ready? Here we go.
He's going to be on the Supreme Court with a huge taint and...
So there's that. I didn't realize that was even a problem.
How did...
I didn't even know that was a thing. Is that like an affliction or a disease?
Does she not have a staff of people who say...
Doctor, I'm here. It's really uncomfortable why I'm in today. Some of these things are really embarrassed if you come in.
No. It's just a safe space here. You just tell me what seems to be the problem.
I'm just going to throw it out there.
All right.
I'm going to avert my eyes. I think I have an abnormally large taint. Sotomayor and Kagan are like, look at that guy sitting in here, and you see that large taint.
He has a huge taint!
It looks like you're losing.
I am.
Are you losing weight?
I am losing. I've lost about 10 pounds.
How are you doing it?
Funny name, but I've done it with Rid-U-Zone. RIDUZone.com, and the stuff works. It's, you get into all that, the molecule this and the found in that. All I can tell you is it makes you feel full, and it keeps your mind off of wanting to overeat.
And also boosts your metabolism,
Yes,
so you're
it does.
burning more.
Yeah, it
Try it today. It's going to work for you like it's worked for Brad and countless other people. RIDUZone.com. RIDUZone.com. Doc Thompson and Brad Staggs on Mojo 50. What was that look?
You did this weird hand gesture that I was trying to interpret.
Pay no attention to my weird hand gestures.
I will not.
No, I was signaling Matt Locke from the Conservative Cartel to pop in here for a moment, too, because we get discuss a couple of things, and I want him to join us for this. First of all, a couple of programming notes. We've had some difficulties today with tech that is not actually related to our company. It's related to just the internet access in and around our facility.
That's our story.
We're sticking to it.
Yeah, normally it's absolutely our fault.
Yes.
Not today. Sorry, and it's inconvenient that this is our first full week up here. But we'll be working on it all day today, and it'll be fine tomorrow. But because of that, and also because Ron Phillips is really, really sick, Cartel's going to be on hiatus today. We're going to spend that time kicking butt. The last couple of days have been spectacular for this company.
Fantastic.
We have signed multiple new clients. We have signed clients that I've had in the past. It continues to grow. We've got a couple of massive promotions coming. One of them, a 12-hour marathon where we give you free commercials for your build. We're going to continue building America on Black Friday. Now, I've done that in years past for 3 hours at a time or so. This year, 6 to 6 Eastern time on this platform, on Spoonie.com as well. We are giving free commercials. And by the way, even if you're not a business, it's going to be a ball to listen to.
Well, and Doc, if you're listening in the Fort Worth area, I'm talking to some people here. We're going to have an open house in studio, so come in, have some beverages on us.
And by the way, if you're in Pittsburgh and you have a business and you're willing to make the trip, come on down. We'll have you in here.
Wait,
little open house.
We're providing beverages?
There will be beverages. First of all, American Pride Roasters Coffee is going to provide. Just go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com. There may be some other libations.
Oh,
okay.
We can do that. We know some people.
Okay.
So yeah, he's right. If you're willing to travel, fine. But certainly if you're local where it's easier, come on in here. We'll set all that up. If you go to the website, mojo50.com, in the next couple of days, by mid next week, I would think, we will have represented on the website all the details on it and a place you could sign up to reserve your spot to make sure you get in.
Especially if you're hot.
Right, exactly.
Well, and I'll tell you, we're starting to fill up. We've got probably 25 companies right now. I mean, we're going to go for 12 hours, so we got tons of time.
But still, it's free. And then we'll open up the phone lines.
Yep.
So wherever you are, you can do this. If you want to join us, though, we'll have the whole thing laid out on how you can get the biggest bang for your buck with these free commercials. And we have a couple of other big promotions we cannot discuss yet. But by Black Friday, we will make an announcement on, I am not kidding, a gargantuan promotion that is going to be big for you. It's going to be big for us. And it is going to do a lot of good for a lot of people. That's all we can say right now.
Huge.
We've already signed up multiple sponsors for the event. We got to work on a couple of more. And we would be prepared to do it within the next couple of weeks, make the announcement, but we're probably going to do it on Black Friday. That'll be something that happens next spring. We do have something coming up for the fall beyond Black Friday, so lots of good stuff. But one of the things we have planned on doing from early on, when I met the conservative cartel and Brad and some of the other people on our team, we said, what do we want? What do we want to do in this media world? What is a passion of ours? What will do good? How can we make money? Because we're driven by three main things. We want to make money. We're capitalists. Number two, we want to do a little good in the world. And number three, we just want to have some fun.
Yeah.
I'm tired of not having fun. You got to work anyways. You might as well have some fun at it, right?
Yep.
So it's pretty lighthearted around here. That's one of the reasons on the air on Black Friday, it's just going to be a ball. Matt will be with us, Chef Patrick. It'll just be a circus. But one of the things we laid out, we said, what do we want to do long term? The media landscape, broadcast, all of this changes every single day. So we roll out this channel. We're going to build multiple brands, which you hear, mine, Brad's, the Conservative Cartel, and the other lineup. We've got some really big shows coming up that are signing on with us. Chuck Woolery, Sam Sorbo. We got a couple of other names that are going to be signing on, which are pretty big as well. That's all coming. And we got Spoonie. Now,
that's
those
gonna be huge.
It's going to be bigger than Mojo.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. For you conservatives out there, you got to understand, while we may not be able to pull off everything that we would like to do, and while some of this stuff seems, we know some of the issues are things that have to change even more than you do. We're working on it, and it'll happen. It'll continue to grow. This is actually pretty well planned out. The reason we have Spoonie, aside from it being a great interest of mine, food and radio and everything else, we know that conservative content gets shut down constantly. As broadcasters, Coke and Pepsi will not advertise with us.
Nope.
We could have 45 billion listeners regular, and they will not spend the money. They will not do it because conservative, you know the story. We've told you this many times. Even conservative advertisers are like, we can't advertise on conservative platforms. Meanwhile, they can blow money on every progressive platform out there and do. Right?
Amazing.
Right. So we've been rather strategic about this. We've hedged our bets. We're going to get money coming in from Spoonie, which is not political.
Everybody likes food. Everybody likes parfait.
I love food.
So let's say between our two channels that long-term, Mojo is responsible for 25% of the income and Spoonie 75%. Right. Spoonie helps fund Mojo a little bit and gets our conservative message out. It also is a gateway drug for advertisers. Hey, you like that? We'll put you on Mojo. So any of them that are on the fence or whatever, we can work them into this. And we're more libertarian anyways, right?
Yep.
So that's it. I've long known that you've got to have gateways from one product to the next. I'm very conservative. That's not what I want to project on the radio because I want to have fun. I want to tell a few dick jokes. Let's be honest, okay? And by a few, I mean a lot.
Eggplant.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm the gateway. We talk about conservative values and candidates, and I live my life that way. But we're silly, fun guys. So we're the gateway.
You are the gateway.
And that's what this platform will become, from different shows on this, but also into other more conservative platforms. So you got some of the different demos that are kind of instantly turned off by I don't know what that conservative, I don't get it.
Right.
Oh, those guys are fun. Hey, what'd they just say about the 17th Amendment? Right. We pass them along to somebody else. We grow this. We grow younger demographics. We grow different demographics all, and we're one of the gateways, and Spoonie is. It's all a lot of synergy there. Now, long term, what does this all become? We need a social media platform. We get our asses kicked each and every day. Am I wrong, Matlock?
No. And when your name's Conservative Cartel, you get kicked in the teeth more than once by Eric Holder.
Right. Yeah. This is out there. You are banned from Twitter and Facebook. You know this. You're shut down. My Facebook and Twitter accounts used to grow like clockwork. At one time, I averaged a growth of 35 to 50 every day on Twitter for 2 years. All of a sudden, it stopped.
Strange.
Facebook, I stopped. Same thing. Grew like clockwork at 91,230.
Yeah.
Stopped for months, no matter what I did. Yeah. Finally, we threw everything at it and promoted it like crazy over the past month. And I finally added a couple more, and it has stopped again. A couple hundred more, it stopped again. So the solution is, and you've all said it, you've heard other people say it, we need conservative social media.
Yes, we do.
Kinda. And we're going to do it. Yes, the kinda is, if it were just conservative social, we need a conservative Facebook. No, it'll become an echo chamber and it'll die off. Because, again, you need the gateway and people coming in. What we need is social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter, which will not discriminate against conservatives. It is First Amendment based. All are welcome. And that's how you make sure it's sustainable.
Yeah.
We don't care. Post what you want. If you don't want to see it, unfollow them. Done. So we're going to do that. Now, we have spent the last year or so identifying how we could long-term to build our own. And that would cost us
more than we have.
Tens of millions of dollars and a dozen years.
Yeah.
It really would. So we said, what are other options? Because we have a specific plan of how this new social media would be. It's not just conservative libertarian or First Amendment based. It's got to be new and revolutionary, and we've got that. So it's easier for us to tie in with an existing company that has done a lot of the work. Partner with them. We share their info, they share ours, and long term, we funnel them into this greater platform, which is what we're going to do. And that company that we have partnered up with is
MeWe.com.
Explain how that works.
Well, MeWe, look, and Doc, you said it very well. I don't know if I can add much more. It's free speech. I mean, you go on there, and it's a free-for-all. And it should be. If you don't want to follow someone, unfollow them.
Right.
If you don't like what's on the TV, turn the channel. If you don't like what's on the radio dial, listen to something else.
Right.
MeWe has said, look, we are not going to shut you down unless you're a terrorist or a pedophile. That's it.
Good to go.
Those are the two criteria.
Right.
I think we can all agree on that.
And if you don't like any of the content, block it.
Yep.
So it's like, well, I didn't want to see those dick pics. Okay, that's blocked. Done. You're all
And you know
good to
what's
go.
funny? Is I actually talked to the CEO, Mark, and he said there's going to be nudity on the platform. It's going to be another section.
So if you don't want it, avoid the section. It's pretty simple, right?
And the section is pictures of me nude.
Yeah, nobody wants to see Brad Staggs nude.
I'm on MeWe. I haven't done a lot on the account, but we are going to grow this in the next couple of weeks, Brad. And do they have their pages up yet?
The 19th. It was supposed to come up October 2nd. And as you know, you said it, Doc. I mean, tens of millions of dollars.
Takes huge.
Engineers, code writers. I mean, you've got a lot of work that goes behind that. They've done a lot of the heavy lifting, but the code just wasn't there. So he tells me October 19th.
So sign up for a MeWe account today. MEWE. MeWe.com. Sign up for the account. Pages coming in another week or so. They've got a different design than you're used to. You get used to it. It'll be fine. Long term, they will have a broadcast platform. It's already built out. They're just waiting to turn the thing on because this is done very strategically. So sign up for it and grow with us on this thing. If that grows, because they're not just conservative, they're just not going to block people. They'll let you do that. The power's in your hand. But as we build this thing out, conservatives and libertarians will be heard once again. And number two, this is where it really gets exciting. We have a concept that nobody has even considered, that we will funnel MeWe into our concept of social media that ties in some physical locales. It takes back town squares and town halls. It will blow you away. It's kind of difficult to explain. We will explain in the coming couple of weeks. But I have seen certain signs recently with other businesses, what they're doing, that they're heading in that way as well.
Yeah.
So
the commercial yesterday that we saw.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll share that with you. We're not going to have enough time today to explain that whole concept because it gets a little lengthy, but I will next week sometime. For now, please sign up for a MeWe account. We will share more and more content on it. MEWE. You'll get pages in a week or so. And tell your friends and family. It's not just conservative. That'll actually be bad for you if it was just conservative because it will die. And they say we need a conservative Facebook. No, you need MeWe. You need a First Amendment platform, and that's what it's going to be, and that's what we are, and we will grow together. This is a significant step. I know you're saying, well, okay, Doc, I get it. Just trust me on this.
Please.
This is step one of our social media empire. Sign up for an account. Grow with us. Wait till you see what's coming in the next couple of weeks with MeWe and us. It's going to be big, Jerry. Big.
Huge.
What's a mojo? What's a mojo? $20, same as downtown. Mojo 50.
The Adrian Slate Show.
And Dianne Feinstein, as soon as the Parkland shooting happened, she's in there with that whole discussion of due process and AR-15s, shaking her hands like, please let me be able to be the one to ban the Second Amendment. She is disgusting, and she is responsible for the clown show dumpster fire you saw yesterday. The left are soulless, vile people. You can say, oh, not all of them. Well, a good majority of them are standing up there supporting the public beating of people like the prayer protest in Seattle. They're praising Antifa, vigilante thug squads, and black masks taking baseball bats and attacking people who are standing and protesting peacefully. Well, they're doing it for the people. They're doing it to fight fascism. You know what? You want fascism fought? Get the police department on it. Oh, you don't like them. You want them to be looked at as the evil, racist police department who wants to attack unarmed black kids trying to get Skittles with photos on TV of them when they're 12 when they're actually 21.
Hey guys, Ron Phillips with the Conservative Cartel. Are you tired of the bar scene hoping to find the love of your life? Well, there is a better way for you single guys and ladies out there. Check out wethepeople.dating. They make it easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out wethepeople.dating for the love of people and people of love. Sign up and start dating today. Wethepeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner. Hey guys, it's Ron Phillips with the Conservative Cartel. You know, everyone lives with a little bit of pain, but living with diabetes can be a real pain. While you may have to test your blood sugar and take insulin, ordering your testing supplies shouldn't be one more pain you have to deal with. At least it's not when you work with Diathrive. Diathrive ships the testing supplies you need directly to your home when you need them. Gone are the days of visiting multiple stores to find the right strips, waiting in long lines to purchase your supplies, or sorting through your insurance requirements to figure out what they cover. Best of all, with plans starting as low as $8 a month, Diathrive is probably going to cost you less than what you're paying today. Diathrive saves you time and money. Plus, they're pretty fun to work with, too. So why don't you give Diathrive a chance to show you there's a better way to manage your diabetes? They're so convinced that you'll love their service that they're offering your first month of supplies free. Simply type the code MATT, that's M-A-T-T, at checkout. Be sure to head out to the web right now and check these guys out. It's Diathrive.com.
The Conservative Cartel.
I'm going to say something here. I think I pissed off a couple people on Friday. I don't like Susan Collins. I don't like Jeff Flake. And I don't like Lindsey Graham. They are rhinos. Now, I'm going to give credit where credit is due because these people stepped up. And by the way, Benny Johnson over at the Daily Caller, he had a video of Lindsey Graham flat street balling. And it was funny. I can't play it on the air because little curse words. But he's the mother effer, B.I.G. is the song playing in the background as he is just waving off a protester. John McCain died and left Lindsey Graham his balls. I mean, good Lord, it happened. I like this Lindsey Graham. I like Lindsey Graham with balls. I mean, I don't know what got into that dude's Wheaties.
Well, you heard what he said on the news this morning.
Oh, he's going after the other side
he
now.
He said, I've never campaigned against any of my fellow senators, but that's all changed now.
I'm telling you, John McCain dies, and Lindsey Graham found his balls.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American-made and serve those who serve us. Our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com. Use promo code MATT, M-A-T-T, and get 15% off your purchase.
What do you mean it's last call?
All righty, that is it, ladies and gentlemen, the end of your Daily Mojo. But before we go, as always, let's find out what we learned today. We learned if you have an emotional support squirrel, it turns out you are actually the squirrel.
I see what you did there.
You're crazy, Brad. It was the kind of play in the word squirrels, what I'm going for there.
I got you.
We learned that I, Doc Thompson, am considering a second Asian wife just to balance out the side mirrors on my car.
So true.
We learned that it's not delivery, it's hot and ready.
Surprise! Wow.
There's going to be more about this. There's going to be...
Yes, this is not the end of that story by any stretch.
You know what their failure was, though? To actually use a quality frozen pizza like DiGiorno.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
They should have just used those ones like when I was a kid, the pre-made ones.
God, my mom
that
made
were
those.
horrible.
They were nasty. They were
and they
worse
just
than
came with
cardboard.
like one piece of cellophane over it, one little sticker. Pizza.
Yeah. And the sausage was like chewing gum.
Yeah, exactly.
nasty.
Let me just give you one of those.
Yep.
We learned I would not pay $750 to see Bill and Hillary if it came with a free beret-wearing intern, a cigar, and an $800 rebate.
Wow. I don't know. That's a lot for your money right there.
Yeah, still not. Still
Okay.
not.
All right.
You remember what she looked like, right?
Yeah.
With the beret on. That fat little sausage of an intern wearing a beret, starry-eyed 90s social justice warrior. Look at Bill Clinton.
Remember, she is not a punchline.
She absolutely.
Yeah, actually,
and
she
she
is.
will be forever.
Just a human humidor.
Let's move on.
Wow.
Hey, if you'd like to help the people affected and displaced, injured by Hurricane Michael, or even some of the lasting effects of people that are still hurt by the flooding because of Hurricane Florence, Tropical Storm Florence, please donate at Matthew25ministries.com. Matthew25ministries.com. You can help people. M25M.org is the way I think you get there. I said .com, it's org.
No, you said org originally.
I think I did, okay.
Yeah, you're good.
M25.org. Matthew 25 Ministries out of Blue Ash, Ohio does, honestly, an amazing job. They are simply the best charity I have ever worked with.
And again, the not the maintenance fees, but the
overhead costs.
The overhead cost.
The administrative fees.
To an unheard of low. They keep them.
By charter, it will never go over 2%. They've never breached 1%. That's who you want to work with. Yeah. They send out, by the way, on average 2 semi-trucks a day, 365 days a year to help people somewhere in the world.
That's very cool.
And it started with one guy who's now retired. His son took over. Who used to take suitcases down and give it out to people in poor parts of the world.
That is very cool.
It's amazing. M25.org. We learned that Brad Staggs is a cheerleadist.
Yes. You know what? There's nothing wrong with being
cheerleadist.
Yeah. Either one, I'm fine with it.
And kind of a chalupa.
Wait a minute. I don't know about
You're a
that.
cheese snob, damn it.
I am a cheese snob. I freely admit that.
Finally, we learned that you're more likely to be killed in a plane crash than hit the lottery. And by that, I mean you're more likely. Not me, though.
Because
I
you're
am
winning.
much.
Yeah.
I told you, don't even bother for Friday
right,
night.
yes.
Now go ahead and get in on Saturday. Because Saturday's Powerball. But Mega Millions on Friday night, don't waste your money, folks. Don't do it.
You're just going to blow it all on new side mirrors for your car.
That's right. Yeah, I'm still going to be, even hitting that, I'm still at a loss. It's still not going to make up for it. And finally, I learned that you should sign up for a MeWe account. MeWe.com. Sign up today if you're serious about all this stuff. Grow with us. MeWe.com. Brad Staggs, what, if anything, did you learn today?
I learned that between sex robots and flying delivery drones, we can soon cease all human interaction whatsoever.
Those are good days. Hasn't that been what we've all been working for?
No more blah, 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 blah.
I just wish my father had lived to see this day. It's a day that he dreamed of.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
I don't have to talk to anybody.
Continue that legacy.
My dad was one part Red Foreman, one part Archie Bunker. Somewhere, yeah.
Somewhere in the middle.
Right in there, yeah.
Right in the middle.
Who was more offensive? Whichever one, he was that guy.
Bunker.
You think so?
Yeah.
I didn't think Archie was that offensive.
It was a different time.
Yes, it was.
He did have that Red Foreman dumbass. That was a
See?
good hit.
It's not offensive if it's
It's true.
I also learned that Doc Thompson cruises the local Korean markets in Dallas in search of another woman just to wreck his cars.
Just to wreck him out there.
Yeah.
Kind of a masochist that way.
I learned that I'm more likely to have Doc Thompson's love child than to win the lottery.
Is there money in that?
Not every man doesn't have a uterus.
Okay, good.
Just saying. I also learned I'm more likely to get butt dialed by a lizard than winning the lottery. I also learned
I think that.
I should never ask a lesbian if I can borrow her power tools. That just doesn't end well.
Not that she'd be offensive.
No.
CJ may just misunderstand.
Yes, exactly. And yeah, you just can't unsee some things.
You got your Craftsman. You got your Snap-on.
Yeah,
right? You also,
yeah. We should just move on.
Yeah, the skill.
I learned that Eric Holder has a very twisted definition of tolerance.
Right. Yeah, very, very different. Very.
Yeah, it involves a foot in someone's butt.
I got to tell you, I'm intolerant of his tolerance.
I agree with you there. I agree. I think that's right. I also learned that I found some common ground with millennials, which is very frightening. American cheese is ass cheese.
No, it's
Yes,
not. That is
it
its own
is.
separate category.
It
May be bad, but I wouldn't call it that.
Oh, let's get downtown. I also learned that if you have an emotional support squirrel, just shut up and get off the plane. Shut up and get off the plane. And finally, I learned that if we want our studios to run properly, we need to start feeding our emotional support squirrels.
That's right.
Yeah,
Get them back on the wheel. They'll be back on the wheel tomorrow.
Yeah.
What, if anything, did the listeners learn today on this incomplete Daily Mojo?
It certainly was. Deuce 5 learned the odds of him drowning in his own bathtub are greater than him winning the lottery. So you're saying there's still a chance?
There's still a chance.
There is
That's
still
all that matters.
A chance. Constitutional Drunk learned that 27,000 is only 2,000 more than Doc and Brad make. Damn.
27, 2,000. Yes, you're right.
Yes,
Thank you.
it is.
Thank you.
Sadly, it's true. TJ Toppin learned the Queen cut up potatoes. Is she holding a grudge against the Irish?
I think so.
I think that goes without saying.
By the way, she's also cut out haggis. But that has nothing to do with the grudge against the Scottish. It has to do with the haggis is horrible.
Nasty. God, who thought of eating that first? Same person who thought of eating oysters. Shellback Bo and his bleached something learned that A Boy Named Sue is one of his favorite Johnny Cash songs.
That's a song?
It is A Boy Named Sue. Yeah. I'm not sure what that related to.
I don't know
You
either.
know what? I think he's back to drinking.
Yeah.
And let's just move on. Constitution Warrior learned there may be some truth to that because Little Caesars has replaced the snack bar in many Northeast Kmarts.
Maybe
It's
that's
possible. The DiGiorno might absolutely be the reason. Let's see here. We'll move it up the line. Jackhole Angry Beaver learned she has to agree with me. Ha! Cheese and plastic taste like ass. Go with real cheddar on a burger and bacon.
What do you mean cheese in plastic? Even cheddar comes in plastic.
No, okay. That's the white stuff that comes wrapped in the plastic.
I'm not sure you want cheese that doesn't come in plastic.
Not that kind. The individual.
Hey, I
wrapped
got some
slices.
cheese.
That
I wrapped
stuff-
it up in this
no.
towel for you.
No. That's so individually wrapped slices in the cellophane. That is
Here,
nasty.
I
None
got
of
this paper bag that I'm getting out of the back seat of my car. I've got some cheese in it. It's orange cheese. No, it's
squirrel.
cheddar. Don't worry, it's cheddar.
Steve 42 learned I'm more likely to win the lottery than to eat Little Caesars pizza.
Oh
See
my
what he
God!
did there?
Yes.
You see what he did there? He turned.
I gotta
that
give it to
around.
him though. It is hot and ready.
There you go. The Steve 42 also learned American cheese was the original waterboarding. That is so true.
You ever see the Homer Simpson where he stands in the kitchen in the middle of the night and goes, ha ha ha, 64 slices of American cheese, 63 slices, 62. And you see him in the morning, he goes, 4, 3.
Nasty. Saving Private Harambe learned that millennials are drinking less, but their use of narcotics has skyrocketed. Well, at least they have their priorities straight. That's all I'm saying.
All right, hit me one more. One more good one to wrap it all up.
Let me see here. B from the SAV learned interesting plan, 12 hours straight of radio, people from the street, and complimentary libations. I don't see anything going wrong with that.
No.
Not at all.
That's a really good point. Join us on Black Friday. We'll have details at the website in the next couple of days or so. Thank you so much for your support so far, and please support our sponsors. Thank you. All right, I think that does it for the Daily Mojo. Today's Daily Mojo.
It was kind of a group effort in there.
It really was. Is a
let's give it to Matt.
Is a Matlock production.
There you go.
Have yourself a great day. All right, what is my normal little stick there? Good night, Steve Cannon, wherever you are. Anya, now you go home.
You've been drinking again, haven't you?
Yeah.
Every Mojo 50 show is available on demand at mojo50.com.